Welcome back to my channel. This is Lady G. This video to show you how I make my cornbread dressing. So I'll be showing you how to season my dressing and the things that you will need if you decide to make this recipe. First, we start with 2 pints of cornbread. And what you do, you have to take your cornbread. So I'm getting ready to crumble this or add this in. And the video may be showing you a different color, but it's a golden brown color. But you have to crumble all your cornbread up like this. You could do it with a fork. A lot of people just take their hand and just do it. So my hand been washed and clean. Like so. Usually I make more dressing than this, but this year I'm just going to cook just this size pan from the Dollar Tree. It's like a rectangle or a square pan. Just going to add all that in here. I am salting my celery, my mini sweet bell pepper, and some onions. If you watched my first video, my Thanksgiving meal, you will see how I cut my bell peppers and onions and things like that. I did add that in my pot of water to bring it to a rapid boil and to start my liquid to add into the cornbread dressing. And you also will see me as I add that in as well. But all you have to do is just make sure this is nice and crumbled. I remember my mom used to make this. She'll let us come in, crumble the cornbread for her. And I just like to say, may my mother, Annie McDougall, rest in heaven. I really miss her. And I do this also in honoring her and cooking 11 children. She served us well while she was here on this earth, and she was a great mother. And also, I want to honor my father. Hope he rests in heaven as well. Whatever she did, he stood right by her. As we was being raised there in the home. So all that teaching, that learning was instilled in me. And then once I got my own family, then I learned different things that I want to do as well and add to what she had taught me. So now you get that nice and crumbled. Then you're ready to add your liquid, then add your seasoning. And I'm watching my time on this video. If it gets too long, I will be stopping it and restarting. And be careful with your hot liquid. And my pot is already seasoned with bell peppers, onions, the green bell peppers as well. These middle sweet bell peppers. But I'm also going to add some as I get ready to put it in the pan for to bake. And so we'll be going to the oven and being baked at 350. Okay. Bell peppers finished. Finished. And I will be adding it in. And this is what this look like. And just sliced them and sauteing it. I didn't want to fully cook because I'm going to add this into the dressing. Okay, we're going to start adding the liquid. Now you can pour yours, and don't forget to season it according to your taste. When I get enough liquid, and once you start stirring, you see a lot of bread still there and not mixed with the water or your liquid yet. Just add more of your liquid or your seasoning. And I'm going to show you how to do a little jiffy gravy. And I've been doing my recipe like this for years because I love my dressing to taste like chicken, chicken dressing. I don't like just regular dressing. Now you notice my bell peppers I put into my liquid, they don't cook down, so that's why I add more bell peppers this time. And it's going to cook well into the oven just like this, the way you see it here on the video. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see my peppers. I'm going to zoom you back out. Okay. Just continue to add your liquid until you get the texture that you want for your gravy. Okay. In this recipe, I also will use my other half of the cream of chicken. If you watch my video, part 1, you would see that I did use half of this can into my pot to help texture, to help season my bowl to make my cornbread dressing. So this is the other half. And what I do, I add that in. I tried this years ago, and I found out this is an excellent way to texturize your season, your cornbread dressing. And if you like cream of mushroom, then you also could use that as well. But today I'm using cream of chicken, as I have been doing in the past as well. And as your dressing sit, you'll notice as it starts to soak up your liquid. So that's why when you boil your liquid for your cornbread dressing, make sure you just make extra, so you can have some left over to make your chicken gravy. I already taste my boil, so I'm going to add just a little bit more of Creole seasoning. Just a little, because it's already been seasoned. And this is why I start off at the beginning and seasoning my bowl in my pot. And as it's cooking, I go back and make sure that it's got the amount of seasoning that I want. Because I know I can always go back and add when I get ready to mix my cornbread together. Pinch of salt. Like I say, I always depend on my seasoning for that. I don't use too much salt. This is accent or a flavor enhancer. And I love this in the kitchen when I'm cooking. It's always enhancing my food. Onion powder. You notice I'm just seasoning that light because I don't want this to cook in the oven. And by the time you go to serve it, you find out it's salty. So that's why you don't use too much salt. Garlic powder. I love the garlic taste in the dressing. Until you season. I don't have to use too much pasta flakes because I noticed in my pot I can see a lot of my pasta flakes in there. So I'm just gonna add just a little of that. It's all about your own taste. Got your crock butter. And this is going to keep your dressing from being like, well, not too dry. And sometimes, I don't know if you have seen it, but some dressing be like stuck together, the cornbread. I don't like that texture, so that's why I add butter to make sure it stay moist. And also, I used another ingredient. When I'm making a big pan of dressing, I use like 3 of these, but I'm using eggs. I've been using eggs for years. And what I do, I just crack my egg. Make sure you don't get the shells in there. I'm using 2 eggs because I'm only making that 1 pan. But if I make a larger portion, then I may use 3 eggs. It all depends on what size that you're making, what size pan of dressing you're making. And my eggs help my dressing to rise. Now you may say, well, with your cornbread, you already have eggs in that. That's true. That's true. But I've noticed when you cook dressing, sometimes your dressing be flat. I learned that years ago. So I didn't like that. So I started adding eggs to mine, and I noticed, and I watched the texture of my dressing. And this is so much better, fluffier. So I love that texture. So we've been eating that for years, and it's got very good taste beyond it. Very good taste. Okay, I'm gonna stop this video and restart.